Charlie Heaton's portrayal of Jonathan Byers in the hit series Stranger Things has captivated audiences worldwide, turning him into a household name synonymous with brooding intensity, quiet loyalty, and a protective spirit that resonates deeply with fans. But beyond the flickering screens and supernatural intrigue of Hawkins, Indiana, Heaton's real-life role as a father to his son, Archie, has been the quiet anchor shaping his personal evolution. Archie, born in 2014, represents not just a milestone in Heaton's young adulthood but a profound catalyst for growth, forcing the then 20-year-old musician to navigate the uncharted territories of responsibility, love, and sacrifice amid the whirlwind of his rising stardom. While the world watches Jonathan Byers unravel mysteries involving interdimensional rifts and monstrous threats, Heaton himself has been piecing together the delicate puzzle of parenthood, all while shielding Archie's world from the relentless glare of public scrutiny. This deliberate privacy isn't born from indifference but from a fierce commitment to normalcy, a desire to let his son experience childhood as a series of unscripted adventures rather than posed photo ops or headline fodder. Archie's arrival in 2014 marked a pivotal juncture for Heaton, coinciding with a daring career pivot that would redefine his path. At the time, Heaton was deeply immersed in the raw, pulsating world of indie rock as the bassist for Comanechi, a band whose gritty soundscapes and relentless touring schedule embodied the chaotic freedom of youth. Life on the road was a blur of dimly lit venues, late-night van rides across fog-shrouded European highways, and the electric camaraderie of shared stages where sweat and feedback fused into something almost spiritual. It was during these formative tours that Heaton first crossed paths with Akiko Matsuura, the band's dynamic frontwoman whose commanding presence and fierce talent drew him in like a moth to a flame. Their romance blossomed amid the haze of cigarette smoke and amplifier hums, a natural extension of the band's tight-knit energy. Matsuura, with her sharp lyrical edge and unapologetic stage charisma, wasn't just a collaborator. She became Heaton's muse, partner, and eventually the mother of his child. But as the tours wound down and the realities of impending parenthood loomed, the couple faced the daunting task of transitioning from nomadic artists to grounded parents, a shift that tested their bond and ultimately led to an amicable parting of ways. The birth of Archie in 2014 wasn't just a joyful event, it was a seismic realignment of priorities for Heaton. At 20, he found himself thrust into fatherhood's unforgiving spotlight, not the Hollywood kind, but the intimate, sleep-deprived glow of midnight feedings and first tentative smiles. Heaton has often reflected on this period as a crash course in maturity, a time when the carefree indulgences of youth gave way to the weighty imperatives of care and provision. Being a young father, you have to grow up very fast, he shared in a candid conversation, his words carrying the quiet conviction of someone who has lived it. Gone were the endless nights of post-gig revelry. In their place emerged a disciplined routine of diaper changes, storytime rituals, and the tender art of soothing a fussy infant through the wee hours. Heaton's decision to pursue acting during this era was pragmatic at its core. Touring offered artistic highs but financial instability, while the steady gigs of screen work promised the security Archie deserved. He landed his first break in a Swiss insurance commercial, a quirky entry point that belied the doors it would open. From there, auditions cascaded like dominoes, each one a step closer to stability. "I just kinda ran through the door," Heaton later quipped, downplaying the serendipity that led him to Stranger Things just 2 years after Archie's birth. The show's 2016 premiere thrust him into global fame, but behind the scenes, Heaton was balancing script readings with playground visits, his new reality a delicate dance between fictional heroics and paternal devotion. Akiko Matsuura, Archie's mother, remains a vital figure in this narrative, her own artistic journey intertwining with Heaton's in ways that continue to influence their co-parenting dynamic. As Comanechi's frontwoman, Matsuura brought a raw, visceral energy to the stage, her performances a whirlwind of distortion pedals and emotive howls that captured the band's punk-infused ethos. Her transition to the Big Pink, another powerhouse rock outfit, speaks to her enduring talent and resilience, a career arc that mirrors Heaton's own evolution from musician to actor. Though their romantic chapter closed after Archie's arrival, the respect between them endures, forged in the fires of shared creativity and mutual parenthood. They have crafted a co-parenting arrangement that prioritizes Archie's well-being above all, shuttling him between their worlds with minimal disruption. Matsuura's life in the music scene, filled with studio sessions and tour buses, complements Heaton's on-location filming schedules, creating a blended tapestry of influences for their son. Archie, now 11, benefits from this duality, exposure to the rhythmic pulse of live music one weekend, the imaginative escapades of film sets the next. Heaton has spoken glowingly of Matsuura's role, emphasizing how their collaborative spirit ensures Archie feels enveloped in love, not divided by circumstance. This partnership isn't without its challenges. Coordinating across time zones and temperamental toddler phases required open communication and unyielding flexibility. Yet, it's this foundation of goodwill that has allowed Archie to thrive, his parents serving as dual beacons guiding him through the complexities of a celebrity-adjacent childhood. Delving deeper into the ethos of young fatherhood, Heaton's insights reveal a man profoundly shaped by the role, viewing it not as a burden but as a profound privilege laced with ethical imperatives. Ethical priorities is a phrase he invokes often, a mantra underscoring the responsibility parents hold to nurture not just bodies but souls. For Heaton, this translates to curating good experiences and a lot of love, intentional moments that build resilience and joy. Picture lazy afternoons in the Welsh countryside, where Heaton and Archie lose themselves in impromptu treasure hunts among moss-covered ruins, or evenings curled up with dog-eared copies of classic adventure tales, Heaton's voice weaving magic into the ordinary. These aren't grand gestures but everyday sacraments, baking lopsided pizzas that end in flour-dusted giggles, or stargazing sessions where Heaton points out constellations, linking them to stories from his own youth. The actor's emphasis on love as a deliberate practice speaks to his awareness of fame's isolating tendencies. In a world quick to commodify personal milestones, he chooses vulnerability in private, reserving the public stage for his craft. Yet, fatherhood's trials are not glossed over. Distance emerges as the sharpest thorn, a specter haunting every away shoot or press junket. Heaton acknowledges it candidly as part of the sacrifice, those gut-wrenching airport goodbyes where a small hand clings a moment too long, or video calls crackling with static that can't quite bridge the miles.